3rd and 3. Jackie Harris, the tight end, in a slot to the left side. Miami shows a blitz look. They are not coming. Only 4 rush. There's stunts. Gilbert gets rid of it. Caught by Dunn. Warwick Dunn knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Heck of a play by Trent Dilfer. And then by Warwick Dunn. Now, the emergence of Trent Dilfer, it started the last 7 games a year ago. They went 5-2. Good pressure early in this play by Miami's front 4. So I think it was Derek Rogers who came clean early. And then Trent Dilfer really kind of made a dangerous throw, but had enough touch on it to get it past the defender. And Warwick Dunn, who can hurt you as a runner, and this time as a receiver.
Allstott and Dunn in the backfield now. Backs in the I formation. First down. Inside the 10. Here's Dilfer with time. Drills it. Caught by Horace Copeland, who was out all of last year with a knee injury sustained in preseason.
And that goes to show you, if you've got a dynamic running game, you can go to the play-action pass on first down. It gets the linebackers to step up. Watch the linebacker grab a hold of Warwick Dunn. Here's Copeland coming down the slant pattern. He's wide open because the linebacker stepped up. The other secondary personnel stepped back. And if you've got a good running attack, that really alleviates a lot of pressure on your quarterback in the play-action passing scheme.
Copeland, just a wonderful athlete. Trent Dilfer said he's fast as Deion Sanders. He runs a 4.340, a 46-inch vertical leap. They missed him, and they love having him back. 2nd down. Play fake. Left side. Touchdown, Allstott.
Yeah, Mike Allstott will bull you for 1 or 2 yards on one play, and then the next play, he sneaks out of the backfield, and he's got real soft hands. 65 catches a year ago, and like Warwick Dunn, can hurt you multiple ways, but in a different variety.
Houston to make it a 7-0 game. This all set up by the punt return of Carl Williams, the big pass play to Warwick Dunn, and then a 3-yard play-action pass to Mike Allstott. Dilfer's been perfect this season. So have the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Allstott. Big run, 1st down after the 36-yard line.
The best running fullback in the National Football League. You see the little move at the very beginning of that run, the little sidestep? I mean, he's 248 pounds, but he gave you a quick little move very early on in that run. Lined up back here. And a little cutback, he ran like a tailback. He's kind of dodged his way, weaved his way through it, secures the ball, and a very physical player at the end of the run.
Gain of 12, 1st down at the 36. This is Dave Moore, the 2nd tight end in motion. It'll be Allstott again, and he bangs his way out to the 43-yard line.
This is the type of football I love. One back, what does it remind you of? Big fullback in the backfield, throwback type guy, 240 pounds, just bulling his way through the middle of the line. When you watch Allstott, he just takes on anybody in front of him. There's not going to be one guy that's going to bring him down. It goes through that arm tackle. Forget that. They need 2, 3, 4 guys to bring him down. 3 carries, 20 yards thus far in the football game.
And having found something that's working well, they stay with the double tight end set, and the lone setback, Mike Allstott out of Purdue. Dave Moore, the lead blocker. Allstott, another 1st down. Allstott's coach, of course, played in the Big Ten at Minnesota and then played with Pittsburgh. And he was asked, who does Allstott remind you of? He said, well, Rocky Bleier. He said, well, wait a minute. He's a little bigger than Rocky. He's a better receiver than Rocky. He's a darn sight better runner. He's a better football player than Rocky.
Yeah, don't tell Rocky I said that. And you just did.
1st down and 10 at the 49. Play action. Dilfer looks deep, goes for a man who's wide open. Horace Copeland with the grab, and Dilfer's down at the 40.
Boy, that must have been very late because he had great protection early on in that play. Steve Walsh, the backup quarterback, and he's going to hang in there. Boy, Brett Favre hung in there today for Green Bay, but they had really good protection, Mark, early on, and it was Shane Burton who got pushed into him. He got pushed into him. I don't think that was a cheap shot.
Not cheap at all, Pat. A lot of younger quarterbacks have to realize that eternal clock has to go off. When you've got 4 or 5 seconds back there, get rid of that football.
Internal that can sometimes be eternal.
Yeah.
The internal. I was in a situation where I played. We lost our quarterback, and Joe Theismann. Jay Schrader came back into the ball game. We still won the football game, but hey, Trent Dilfer's a tough guy. I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah.
Yep. Pat made the point. He leads the NFC on third down passing. 3rd and 10. Carl Williams in motion, coming back to the left. Stunts. Timing route. That should be good for the first down. Yes. Inside the 20 at the 19. Copeland with the catch. And here's the stretch of the chain and the indication from Walt Coleman that the...
And, you know, guys like Gruber and Tony Mayberry, the center, who have been around the longest time, can really appreciate this like few others.
The thing about these guys, if they were in a winning program and on a winning team, they'd be Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
the thing about
You're
how
right.
people vote for players for winning teams.
Well, he was the 4th pick in the draft in '88, and really is Mr. Anonymity because of the bad record here. He's played in 139 games, and 89 have been losses. At the 1, Carl Williams. A 12-yard gain. Corey Harris with the tackle.
And another third down play by what has become, you know, at times a methodical offense and then an explosive offense. Third down has been, they've been 5 for 5 on third down plays tonight. That is absolutely remarkable.
It's 1st and goal from the 1. Dunn and Allstott behind Dilfer. Play action. Allstott wide open. They know when they're in good hands.
They're going to name a sandwich or street or something after Mike Allstott here in Tampa. And I think the people here, the blue-collar types, love a guy like this who gives you everything he has, every play, every game. And that's the definition of being open.
Allstott with a pair. Dilfer has led the Bucs to a 14-point lead. On first down, Allstott. Oh, he is something.
The manager's done a great job of drafting guys, and Tony Dungy has done a terrific job of
Face
coaching them.
mask, 5 yards on the defense. First down.
And I'll tell you what, this team reminds me a lot of the Redskin team in the early 80s. We started off 0-5 in our first year under Joe Gibbs. Tony Dungy starts off 0-5 in his first year. We end up 8-8. They end up winning a bunch of games at the end of the season. Now you're looking at a team that really believes himself with a lot of young players and a mixture of a couple of old guys that lead this team.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson's first team went 1-15 in Dallas. Here's Dilfer with a great fake and a man deep. Caught, touchdown, Redale Anthony. I mean, what a turnaround for Dilfer. 19 interceptions a year ago. Now he's got 3 touchdowns tonight alone.
Yeah, and it looked like Boomer Esiason on the fake there. And then when you run the ball as well as they have tonight and this season, the safeties can't help the corners. And I tell you, Dale Anthony, caught 18 touchdowns a year ago at the University of Florida. And catches a nice touchdown there with a well-thrown ball by Trent Dilfer.
Corey Harris is the man victimized by the play fake. Michael Houston hammers home the extra point. Pandemonium in Tampa Bay. 2nd and 1. All-Star again. Oh, boy. In his play. He faces a blitz here. Settles in the right flat for Warwick Dunn. And Terrell Buckley. Oh! Face mask. 1st and 10. And there's a human pile driver.
Yeah. I tell you, bowling ball with legs. Get out of his way. That is one determined runner, Mark.
And he's a throwback type runner. He's going to lower his shoulder and just run over you. He's not going to make a move to move around you. He's got 9 yards just on that carry alone, but he's got 66 yards and 13 carries this evening. And when you look at a guy like this, he's a momentum builder for your offense. When you want to move the chains in the 4th quarter, you give it to a guy like this who's going to move the piles, and that's Mike Allstott.
Power set again with Allstott, the lone setback.
Again, they remind me actually, Mark, of some of those old Redskin teams. Now, again, I know this is only the 4th game of the year, so let's not get too carried away, but they're old Redskin teams that you played on. They can hammer you and power you and run it down your throat, and then they can come up with big plays.
3rd and 28. 4-man Miami rush, screen pass. Warwick Dunn. Warwick Dunn. No flags.
A beautiful call by David Shula, the offensive coordinator, executed to perfection. Look at this. Look at the big guys out in front. They're going to throw great blocks. There you see Diaz throwing a block, but watch 61 to the left of your screen. Mayberry gets a cut right there, and that springs Warwick Dunn for the touchdown. Outstanding execution by the offense.
58 yards on 3rd and 28. Warwick Dunn, 58 yards. Tampa, 31-14.